Hello, my love. Hello. See if I can get the camera to focus. Perfect, huh? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's late, really late. Actually, I should say it's really early in the morning. It is 3:11 on Wednesday, January 15th. And I fell asleep this evening pretty early, around 9 or 9:30, which is rare for me, and woke up right at midnight, fully awake. And I've just kind of been in a meditative state, and I woke up feeling like I had received a message or some kind of download from, I guess you could say, our cosmic ancestors from a dimension that is not this one, is not our own. And so yeah, I wanted to come on here and film this because there was something in me. It was a voice that came to me that just said, you need to do an energy reading. And it was a very strange thing for me to hear, because it's not something I've ever done on my channel. It's not something I've ever thought to even do publicly, because I do energy readings for myself with different oracle card decks, and just trying to utilize the tools that are, you know, out there in our universe to be able to communicate with this vibrational realm and this vibrational space. So I've been opening up more about this in my podcast, which is called That Smart Hustle. And I've been talking about just more about my spirituality and that, you know, that dimension, that fifth dimension that we can't see, but we can feel and we can sense its presence and know that it's there when we truly want to tap into it and allow ourselves to, you know, be in the state of allowing and to receive guidance and to really feel our feelings and understand why we're feeling that way and what those feelings are trying to tell us. And so this hit for an energy reading came to me, and I believe it came to me because there are things that need to be brought to light in this current state that we are all in as the human race. And I wanted to convey what that intuition, what my intuition, what that message and those hits and those downloads that I've been receiving. I just want to find a way to convey what those messages are, especially for anyone who may be going through a difficult time, or maybe feeling misunderstood, or like things are just not working out, or maybe like they've been backpedaling, or they're just starting to backpedal and there's just no clarity, there's no understanding, and things are really confusing right now. And you know, with that confusion comes frustration and irritation and maybe even anger and despair. And so what I'm about to say is coming from a place that is outside of myself. It is not from my egoic mind. It is not even from me. It is something that is being channeled through me to bring this message forward and to bring it to light. And what we really want you to know is that it's not uncommon and it's not unusual to be feeling that way right now. This planet Earth is going through such a huge shift in consciousness right now. It is going through such an up-leveling of consciousness. And so in order for something so huge and something so transformational to happen, there has to be a destruction period. There has to be chaos. There has to be that non-clarity, that non-understanding. And so it is completely understandable to have those feelings and those emotions of irritation and anger and despair and feeling like you've been left in the dust somehow, and that everything that you thought was real, or everything that you've identified with, is no longer what you once thought it was. In a sense, it's almost like an illusion. It's a falsehood that you've just kind of tapped into or stumbled upon. And that time, you know, whenever you find out that something's false and it's not real, or it's not what you thought it was, of course it's going to be confusing. And when we are confused and we don't understand what's happening, our egoic mind takes that experience and starts putting labels on it, and then it's something that we end up referring back to in the present moment. We'll refer back to that experience whenever we have those emotions and those feelings, you know, boiling and bubbling up to the surface again. So the message here is that if you feel confused, it is okay to feel confused. It is okay to not know. It is okay to feel like your identity and the things that you have identified with, whether that be material possessions or money or your body or your thoughts or your mind, your education, your status symbol, whatever it is that you've been identifying with that feels like it's falling away, it's okay to be confused. It's okay to be irritated. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel like nothing really makes sense. And it's okay to feel all of that. In fact, we are supposed to have those feelings of duality and those feelings of polarity, even if they're hard, even if they don't fully make sense, because without those feelings, we can't truly know who we really are as a person. We can't come to that knowing and that understanding that we are something so much bigger, something that is so outside of ourselves, so outside of this physical existence. We are in the start of a brand new decade. It is the age of light, where the divine masculine and the divine feminine are finally coming back together to coexist, which is something that in Earth's history, at least as we know it, as the humans have been here on Earth, has been completely non-existent. It is not something that has happened. And you know, the patriarchy and the divine masculine have been the leading force in this universe, and especially on Earth, in our world here. It has been the leading force. It is what has been moving us forward. But there is a balance to everything, a very delicate balance, and the divine feminine is coming into play for the first time. And that is the start of this new decade, this new age, this age of light, this age of enlightenment and balance. It is the falling away of old ideals, old societal structures, old patterns, old habits, things that are no longer serving us as, you know, the human race and our entire consciousness, who we all actually are as the collective. The sooner that we can grasp the law of oneness, the more of us that can grasp this law of oneness and understand that we are all one, and that when we are investing things of this material realm and this physical plane, like money and time, you know, and energy, which is something that goes beyond this physical plane, but really whenever you're investing any part of yourself physically into anything else, whether that is a business or another person or whatever the situation may be, that is an exchange of energy. And that energy, you know, that's our currency here. We think of currency in such linear terms, like it's just something like money and finances. We have such a linear view of what currency and what that exchange, that value exchange actually is, when really what it is our energy. And so the message here is to be really aware of what it is you're putting your energy into. Be really aware of what you're getting back energetically, what you are supporting, what you are choosing to think about and focus on. If you think about the concept of creating your own reality and how we are all co-creating this reality and this experience here on this earth together, it becomes that much more important to be aware of where your focus is going and what it is you are choosing to invest your energy in. And that's really what is meant by the collective and elevating and up-leveling to the next level of consciousness, is that as the human race, we must up-level and elevate and grow into this together and be in it together. We as the human race need to unify over something, because we are so not unified over anything. There is so much polarity, there is so much duality, there is so much contrast. And while contrast can be wonderful in order for us to really discover what it is we truly desire in this world, as the collective consciousness and as the human race, we must come together and actually decide on what it is we are going to be unified about. And if we choose to, we can be unified about love. We can be unified about support. We can be unified about doing the right thing, about valuing impact and service over just making a profit and doing things because it's a quick win or it's convenient. We need to start thinking about the long-term effects. If we are going to make it as the human race, we must start to consider the long-term effects of our decisions and our actions and what it says about us to this energetic realm, to this vibrational realm. What are we putting out there? What does our energy, what does what we're unified about say about us? And right now, we're not unified about anything. And so that is why there's so much discord and there are so many things happening in the world that don't make sense. And there's so much going on that seems absolutely chaotic and completely uncontrollable. What are we unified about? What can we be unified on? How can we do better? So I'd like to end this energy reading with an oracle card pull from one of my favorite decks, which is called Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell, and the artwork is by Daniel Noel. These are two truly beautiful souls, lights in this universe, in this world, in this galaxy. They are just beautiful, beautiful beings. And I am so honored to be using the card deck that they have created. So the way that I do my own oracle card pulls is the same way I'm going to do it here, which is where I shuffle the card deck and then I shuffle them in my hands, and whichever card or cards fall out is, you know, those are the ones that I use for the reading, because I believe they fell out of the deck for a reason. So I'm just going to close my eyes and focus, and we will begin to shuffle. Wow, that was fast. I can't make this stuff up. Hopefully that is not too bright. So it says, the age of light, you've been training for this for lifetimes. So I'm going to just read what her interpretation is for the age of light. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. And I want to say that if you are here watching this video, listening to this energy reading, you are also a part of it. You were led to this video and to this energy reading for a reason. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. You are also all of the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all of the fingerprints of all of the people you have been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you are. You came in with a clear soul plan. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward, that is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. So what I also love about Rebecca Campbell's card decks is that there is a work your light activation at the end where you take the card and you hold it on the portal of your heart, and then she has a nice prayer or intention for you to speak aloud. And so feel free to say this with me if you would like, or say it in your head if that's more comfortable for you, however you want to do it. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now, without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. Thank you so much for joining me today for this energy reading. If you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. That helps me. That's feedback for me to know and understand whether or not this kind of content is something that you are interested in seeing in the future. So again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than you could possibly know. And I'll see you in the next one. With love and light.